I can't blame Emma. She did wonderfully.
Emma did fantastic.
I know exactly what the problem was this time. And the reason the robot stopped is because the hat wobbled too much and it switched itself off.
Well, you see, that's a design fault in itself, having the switches right near the wobbly hat.
I was going to have a cover going over like that, you see.
Why didn't you?
Because I'm useless. But Emma, I thought she did really well.
We all think Emma did really well.
She did really well.
And there we are. Did that go as expected?
Yeah, more or less, I think, yeah. We won, we expected to.
Get that, we won, we expected to. Look at you grinning. How do you feel?
I feel fine.
You feel very happy, don't you?
Yes.
OK, go and get ready for the next bout. Congratulations, well done.
Oh, the witch, too much woggle, not enough wiggle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Invertebrat through with Terropin, Beast of Bodmin and Onslaught. And this is how they line up in the second round then. Terropin against Invertebrat, Onslaught against Beast of Bodmin. On whom would you pin your hopes? Let's turn to pinball.
Now, pinball's usually a very simple game. Just flick a few buttons and tilt the table when no one's looking. But what happens when you're the ball, the buzzers buzz back, and the angry house robot's doing the tilting? Let's find out. Let the trials begin.
This is how to score those all-important points, then. For each of those barrels down, it's 5 points. If you go up the ramp, 20 more points. That's rare, actually. 50 points for hitting the target, but it's guarded by bash. 10 points for the multi-ball release. 5 points for each of those balls knocked into the pit. 75 points for the target, guarded by dead metal. If you can get through this car door, another 25 points for you. 50 points for Shunt's target, 25 points for the big sphere into the pit, 5 more points for each barrel. Let's see the story so far. First into the arena was Dominator, scoring freely, hitting key targets. And that was much to the disgust of the house robots, and they took their revenge, painfully. Now, Crusaders started well, but all of a sudden, the Crusades went horribly wrong. Next up, Eye of Newt. Steady, very slow to score points. That really was the highlight of Eye of Newt's run. On the other hand, Six Pack was bold, innovative, nippy, scored points well. Quick across the arena, took on the door and the ramp. And it was a good run, but Dominator's still in the lead. Let's see what Kilohertz can do next. A Robot Wars veteran, quick at 16 miles an hour. The axe weapon shouldn't really be a factor here. The 83 kilos might be to push away Kilolot. Now, in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see here that Kilolot has the freedom of the arena to come out on the attack against John Reed and Dominic Parkinson.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Half of the course will be to take on the barrels. Half of the course will be to take on anything, to move. We've had activate, boys. Oh! A little bit slow, but anyway, we've got barrels tumbling. That's the main thing. Maybe it was a little bit of a tactic to suck Kilolot in. Doubt it. On the barrels, dodging the target. There's the multi-ball release. That's another 10 points scored. Don't forget points for every one of those balls to go down into a pit. Spinning away here. Kilohertz madly, as if control is a bit of a problem. 25 points for the car door to be opened. Now where? Nothing but going in the corner. John Reed and Dominic Parkinson at the controls. And Shunt controlling Kilohertz and turning it up on its side. Disappointing this so far from the Kilohertz team. Very experienced at Robot Wars. And they know what it's like to feel the axe blade of Shunt. Ooh, very nearly, though. Shunt going into the pit itself. Now, Kilohertz away. What can it do? Ooh, dead metal awaits. If they can get back through that car door, they'd be into the freedom of the middle of the arena to score points, but they've been penned in here into the corner patrol zone.
Cease.
And that's a very disappointing run for Kilohertz. That really was the highlight, the multi-ball release. But apart from that, a sluggish start. Through the doors, yes, to score points, but much needed because the rest of the run was barren. And once the house robots came in, Shunt in particular, well then Kilohertz, they knew they were in trouble. That's disappointing. The worst run so far. Only 60 points on the board. Dominator still leading.
It seems that everyone wants that Pinball Warrior title very, very badly indeed. Right now, though, it's back to the wars.
And this is how they line up. Onslaught against the Beast of Bodmin. Invertebrat against Terropin. Phillipa's favourite. Phillipa, it's sweet and cuddly. That's not what Robot Wars is all about.
I want to see that cute face. Yes, it's so cute. Look. Hello, little cute Terropin.
We reckon that will roll lovely.
Yeah?
Terropin upside down.
Yeah?
Roll it in the pit.
The only thing is the Terropin's so cute. Don't you think you might be distracted by its cuteness?
No, we've already listened to it talking, and we're not fooled by that sexy female voice.
Oh. Well, I won't bother anymore then.
Some sexy female voices, but not that one.
So cute and cuddly Terropin. Well, pass me the bucket. And Invertebrat, and I've got to worry about Les Wall. If he thinks that voice was a sexy female voice in Terropin...
Robot ears, stand by.
Gravely concerning. There is Terropin. Rob Field again at the controls. Invertebrat. And there is Les with the beard.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Two good robots. Splendid design, to give them credit. Great fun. The eyes twinkle of Terropin as it comes in on the attack of Invertebrat. I think the design of this front scoop, unique, very interesting, but I wonder how damaging it could be because they've got themselves stuck there on the front of Terropin. Is it a worthy tactic being used by Invertebrat, or does Terropin now have them impaled, in which case Terropin here could nudge Invertebrat towards a pit, but it's not happening. Well, they're welded together, it would seem, momentarily. Anyway, now they're free, of course. Terropin, away from the flames. Bit of a crunch on Invertebrat. They look to bunch together. Invertebrat moves away. Don't forget, should a decision ever go to the judges, who will kill a lot trying to come in and make sure it doesn't, they will mark on style, control, damage and aggression. Ah, there, you just saw then the raising and lowering shell of Terropin. Also, you see almost some manic driving into the clutches of Dead Metal. Invertebrat with the front lifter now, turning Terropin up, but again it escapes, moves away. We have seen some pond life in Robot Wars in the pits in the past. This Terropin is intelligent, and so too is Invertebrat, until it got hemmed in the corner there with Dead Metal. Getting away now. Chance to move out of the clutches, the pincers of Dead Metal, but it doesn't get away, and in comes the circular sword. Invertebrat's in real trouble now. On the arena spikes. Also taking punishment from the circular sword. Terropin. Oh, Dead Metal, great stuff. Yes! In the pit. Oh, dear. Superstar. A great scorpion-like Dead Metal reversing into the pit. It will not like that. Terropin pushes Invertebrat onto the arena spikes. And Matilda out. Not great damage caused to Terropin, a few scratches. And Invertebrat not really getting its weapon there, the saw, into play, which has been a disappointment. Very cagey now. They realise this could go to the judges, and they're trying to point score. Les Wall, Peter Bignell and David Wall, the Invertebrat team. Seconds ticking away before the judges will have to make a decision. This one could be very, very close for a place in the heat final. There you saw Terropin and the intriguing weapon, but then just lifted in the air by Invertebrat. And I think that unique front lifting prong could be the key here for a place in the heat final.
And the decision's in. They've gone for Invertebrat. Let's hear it for Invertebrat. Proves he has got a spine.
It was close.
Very close, yeah.
and the poor little head wouldn't pop out, so what can we do?
Well, I wondered why it wasn't popping out.
No, she was just a little modest.
Well, no, I think what happened was she had somebody shove an axe in her face and she didn't want to pop her head out.
Well, that could be, it could be.
We're going to miss it very much. What does it feel like when you can see one of those massive house robots just laying into your own robot?
I don't know, you feel sort of...
That sums it up like that.
Tinsy Terropin out, Invertebrat through, and Onslaught or Beast of Bodmin will meet them in the heat final.